not Jason Lee, was accused of embezzling money from the decent residents of Stockton City to support his extravagant lifestyle. And here's the thing, after being arrested and probed for stealing all that money, this man allegedly accused Jay Z and Beyonce of conspiring to set him up online. You can't make this up, baby. To begin with, who in hell decided that Jason Lee, of all people, should be appointed vice mayor of Stockton? Nobody's bingo card had Jason Lee as a politician on it, but here we are. They have just themselves to blame for this whole disaster, which makes Stockton appear like a joke. The city's finances are currently losing millions of taxpayer dollars. In fact, the mayor of Stockton, California, Christina Fagazzi, elected Jason as the city's deputy mayor back in November of last year. After taking office in January of this year, he apparently immediately got to work on dodgy projects, since by May of the same year, he was already being investigated for allegedly embezzling $50,000 from the city. He didn't spend any time, you know. In May, Stockton held a live performance of the well-known television program Wild N out live at Adventist Health Arena. The city, however, chose to utilize $50,000 from its risk mitigation fund to help support the event in order to prevent its cancellation because of the poor ticket sales. Things start to go insane at this point. According to the city's previous temporary municipal manager, Steve Congello, Jason purportedly squandered the $50,000 without legal city consent. Steve even went so far as to demand that Jason be the subject of an internal investigation, because he thinks that the $50,000 was only a small part of the millions of dollars that Jason allegedly embezzled from the city's coffers while pretending to sponsor such events. Additionally, he accused Jason of pocketing a portion of the $50,000 by abusing his personal connection to Wild N Out's event promoters. Jason refuted the accusations and even threatened to sue, as was to be anticipated. He said that the economic development and the approval of those $50,000 had nothing to do with him. It was approved by the director. He posted a caption to Instagram a few weeks ago. I got tipped off that there was a conspiracy brewing, claiming that I brought Wild N out to Stockton and influenced decisions, so Nick Cannon and my friends and I could profit. Let's be clear. As a courtesy to me, Nick and the Wild N Out crew traveled to Stockton to show that we are worthy of prestigious collaborations like Nick Rip Michaels and 5120 Entertainment. The attacks on our diligent city employees for merely carrying out their duties are really disheartening. Crickets were on the audit committee's agenda today. Rather, our community enjoyed every minute, and management commended Wild N Out for their professionalism. There will be footage soon. But let me tell my detractors this. Work harder if you can't outdo me in terms of policy, opportunity, or inspiration, because once I have the hearts of the people, lying to damage my reputation won't work. Jason added that because he questioned the city's finances and his position as audit committee chair. He thinks these accusations are part of a campaign of retaliation against him. Jason Lee is doing everything he can to escape this disaster, baby. In addition, he sought a public apology and, should they not back down from the accusations, a $25,000 lawsuit for damages for emotional anguish, defamation, and reputational loss. Because Jason Lee has been exposing Beyonce and Jay Z ever since this mess with Diddy began. Some people were side-eyeing the whole thing while it was all happening, accusing them of setting them up. And you know what? Jason appeared to affirm that Bey and Jay were indeed responsible. As you can see, Jason has been pursuing Beyonce and Jay Z for quite some time. When Beyonce refused to invite him to the premiere of her Renaissance film, he threatened to reveal evidence that implicated her, which was the first time he came for them.
Know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh. And that's where I go back to, like, we're friends. in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there was one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce, and they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the
people
receipts. I
know.
still
Her
have the
people know.
receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now if I get that message to Beyonce,
Yes,
I
she
can
needs
get
to
it
know.
to be. I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told y'all about, then I'll put those out. Whew.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere.
Many folks weren't present for Jason's brief tirade at the time. He gave off an air of entitlement. Furthermore, it sounded as though he was only criticizing Beyonce because she had not invited him. However, everyone was like, hold up. As soon as they learned about the purported connections between Beyonce and Jay, perhaps that is what he had been predicting all along. When Jason Lee went live on Instagram to provide the list of people he saw in person at Diddy's parties, he returned with fresh accusations against Beyonce and Jay. He mentioned Mary J. Blige, Justin Bieber, Tyrese, Amber Rose, Travis Scott, Usher, D-Bob, Jordan Woods, Tiana Taylor, and, of course, Beyonce and Jay Z.
Every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay Z at his house. I've seen T. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige.
You see, he wasn't finished. Days after publishing this post, he returned and accused Jay and Beyonce of sending their thugs after him after he made disparaging remarks about them. He claimed that Jay and Beyonce had been threatening to fire him, asking him to clarify his remarks about them and even to speak for them, but he refused. Additionally, he stated that he prevented a significant negative report about them from ever being published, but they continued to act like he didn't exist.
Jason Lee, I'm getting calls, and I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored
They
at the
haven't
award show?
called me when we offered to honor Jay Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyonce. Why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
We not going to even go there. I stopped a major Major thing for Beyonce. Didn't even get a thank you.
But now everybody's
so why is everybody calling me now? Because I'm a firefighter. Because I run towards fires and I put them out or I fan the flames. But why is everybody calling me now? And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay Z. Jay Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay Z and Beyonce. You know, I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood. Remember I said at the top of this show, or somewhere in the show, that I was in love with the entertainment industry until I found out it was Jeffrey Dahmer. This is part of the gnawing at the wrist that the industry does. You know, black excellence, we don't show up for each other like we should, and then when the shit's about to hit the fan or some shit, you think I'm gonna go fan some shit, now you're showing up. You know, again, I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed, because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was this woman, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is it? I think this is an opportunity to have a conversation, because I believe that we as a culture should be very supportive of each other before this stuff happens, so that way our proximity to it can help us tell the real story. That's why we got to be working together to tell our stories. But I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him. And listen, I haven't had any threatening calls. Nobody has said that they're going to hurt me, so I want to go on record.
Jason has been revealing a lot of information about them that they don't want others to know, even though it's obvious that the true reason he's on their neck is because they don't think highly of him as much as he wants them to. They are currently attempting to quiet him. In fact, he appeared to acknowledge that Bey and Jay were the cause of his present issues when he wrote the post. Not liking someone is perfectly okay. But making up lies to destroy their character is not okay, in response to people bringing them up. People's opinions were expressed as usual, such as this one. Jason Lee's position as mayor allows me to learn everything I need to know about the city, another user commented. I found the most humorous thing about Jason Lee to be Beyonce's escape. He wins because he is the mayor. It's true that we live in peculiar times. Now, though, I'd like to hear your opinions. How do you feel about Jason Lee reportedly embezzling the city's funds? And you guys think Jay Z and Beyonce are involved in this? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Remember to watch this other dirty video by clicking here.